Давай, ну что, ты где?
Меня поймали, захватили в тиски.
Блин, ну ладно, я не успеваю. Хорошо, в следующий раз.
Keep it up.
All right. Time to report to Her Majesty.
Let's talk later, shall we?
This way. Out of the way.
Чего нет? У меня яд в инвентаре до сих пор. Я еще не травил никого.
What's this?
General. I was hoping you'd come by.
Sure.
Well, I wanted to apologize.
I can imagine.
Oh, no. Tell me, General.
Сломаем эту игру. Они
Do you
явно
have
не
someone
будут
you
ожидать
truly
ничего.
call your friend?
I do.
I thought so.
Нам главное,
Especially in the
знаете что?
months
Нам
after the
главное
wars.
делать квесты, чтобы,
Tahar was the
заполнить
first person I
шкалу.
felt I could tell anything to.
Это самое важное,
No judgments
что
or...
можно
But here's the
делать в
thing,
этой
General.
игре.
Tahar was struggling. Nightmares, hallucinations, panic.
Tahar was traumatized.
Yes. It wasn't a well-known fact, but not me. So when news of those disappearances reached us, it was too rash of a decision. Too risky. And I told...
Do you think the trauma?
As in, did it lead to some poor decision-making? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Пытайся за гриб.
For what it's worth.
Thanks. Anyway, sorry for the monologue. I guess what I'm trying to say is... complicated.
I understand.
Hey, can I ask you something, General?
What?
That amulet you're always wearing. I might be wrong, but I get the feeling that it's... I don't know.
Oh, that?
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
That's all right.
I guess I'll see you around, General, won't I? Thanks for the... General, what is it?
What are your...
My thoughts.
Just wondering.
Well, what is there to say? The last thing this country needs right now is... Though I had hoped for a longer respite, to be honest.
We'll make sure it doesn't come to that.
Your words in Ellen's ear, General.
I'd like to know... How come?
Because it brings up memories that I... You know, some of the things we saw in that journey.
No.
Could you tell me more?
Sure. Shoot.
Влад пока не позвонил.
Ну, завтра тогда.
Was Tahar...
No. Tahar's responsibility was.
Да, завтра тогда.
Нет, блядь.
What's your
Да,
take?
не завтра.
So we're doing
Да,
gossip
особо
thing?
не горит, поэтому давай завтра.
Ну да,
Good
да.
question. He
Не
tries
говори.
not to
Я
show
знаю,
it.
что...
But it's always there. But
Я
if there's
пока...
one thing I have
Ты
no
пока
doubts
тут, блядь,
about. Either
надо
way,
ловить этот момент.
Не,
Anyone else?
завтра давай, мы сейчас что-то впадло.
So,
Да я ебал.
personal or
Падал.
professional interest?
Короче, да, завтра давай.
mostly...
Well, here's the
Ты
deal.
еще расскажешь.
Ask me what you
Ну,
want.
завтра давай.
But I get to ask something in return.
All right. What do you do?
You're asking about my pastimes?
Cards?
Sometimes, yeah. Not for high stakes, though. It's really just for... You play too?
Андрюха, что делать?
SpellForce. Веселиться, наверное.
И не стримит?
Главная фраза «ебать весело».
The Times?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll let you know the next time I'm heading down.
Do you miss Finn?
Not really. I think of the giant trees, though I'm probably just romanticizing the past.
What are you...
You mean plans as in...
Is that what you...
Not really. I mean, someday, yeah, but also, I was never good with plans. Things change all the time, so what's the point anyway?
I feel ya.
I thought so.
Well,
Hold on. You're... Okay. I hope this isn't too personal. Was there ever a...
am I sensing a...
Oh, no. That came out wrong. I mean,
No.
always the lone wolf then. Where were we?
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Stay close. Yes. Over here. Interesting.
Restore Windwall to its former glory.
I don't get it.
I am not surprised. King Rorik was never popular. He was a bad ruler, volatile and cruel. It is only logical to long for a savior after a period.
We should send an emissary.
We tried this while you were gone. The gate guards sent our diplomat right back.
Oh, well, that takes care of that. Wherever this priest is.
Hold on, General. Windholm isn't our responsibility.
Dracot was the second time they have attacked Nortander. Either way, you did well.
Sure, I'll make it short. I believe that the entity Rondar Lakain mistook for Aeonir is attempting to re-enter.
The god of light.
You don't sound too surprised.
I had a suspicion.
Of course. General Erev, have you ever heard?
No.
It's a pattern. Every sentient creature has a spark of magic, a flame linked directly to the arch.
Area. The Circle and the Greykeep scholars have surely researched the god of...
Very little. It's an entity from a place between realities that will devour a world once it enters it. An ancient god, in other words. There's a promising lead we're currently following.
Now you've sparked my interest.
Did you just...
Right, I always forget that so...
That's because these other realities hardly affect our own world. People care... But yes, General, there is more than just our reality. Billions of them, to be precise. Some of them are alike, but this is a complicated topic.
I see. You're well informed.
Well, probably because it's my profession. Birth and death, the miracle of consciousness, the
That's a lot.
Maybe, but they are all of a similar nature. Phenomena that cannot...
What kind of...
Hard to describe. In keeping with the metaphor, if every living being is a flame... Lately, lights are dying out in a strange pattern.
Battles, maybe?
In battles, people die one after... This isn't the case here. Imagine 50 candles.
What makes you think these vanishing...
Well, that's hard to describe to a layman. Roughly put, they are similar to what happened in the Tapestry of Souls when Rondar Lakain... It was like... something shifted. But while that shift was like an earthquake back then,
I see. Could the dwarves be behind this soul vanished?
I doubt it. The only magic dwarves are capable of is earth. That isn't to say that you're wrong. I just...
Could that catatonic dwarf in Windwall have been a victim of this irregularity?
I had the same thought when I saw him. Though he did still have bits of his soul.
Why didn't you tell...
Because it was, and still is, a hypothesis. Also, our mission...
Fair enough. Let me summarize.
That's correct.
And you're here because you want...
I took the liberty to assume that's what we all want, so yes. But if you need another incentive to pursue...
How?
Well, Tahar was killed while investigating. As it happens, I only recently observed another occurrence.
You think Tahar's death and...
It's a possibility.
Even if there is no connection, General Erev, you and the Wolf Guard will examine this recent case of the soul vanishing in Lar. Wraith Skadar and his mercenaries.
Mercenary?
The Black Company.
What do we need mercenaries for?
Well, I have reason to believe that this mission will require a specific set of skills which your men don't possess. And don't worry, as I have a personal interest in seeing this matter resolved, I have already accounted for the
It is better this way. Moving a Nortandian battalion into dark elven territory would be a...
Why do you need the Crown's help for this? Why not ask your own people in...
Because he has...
Correct. I have a... And even though I would deal with this threat myself, it exceeds my means. Because the end of the world would affect me as much as it would affect you. I'm not an idealist, General Erev, but this threat is too big.
How come you have...
Personal reasons.
How do we know if we can...
Because I have no reason to deceive you. I have no... Judge me by my actions.
Isn't it risky to...
Yes, it is. One more...
What if the purity is behind both?
It's possible, though I don't see how they would accomplish that. Also, their goal was to bring Aeonir into the world.
Perhaps they...
I doubt it, but we'll find...
What is the...
Dark Elven ex-military. They are new on the market.
The village is about a week's journey from here. So you... This audience is concluded.
Out of the way. General, did you...
I did.
And? Do they know what happened to her?
She helped him escape, as she was trying...
So, they left her to die.
Ambassador, she also...
But she could have come home.
Would she really have?
How much was known about the Bloodburn at that time?
Please excuse me, General. I wish to be alone right now.
Губ щучий.
General, is there anything I can help you with? I'm afraid that won't be possible.
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
Keep it up. This way. What's this?
Let's talk later, shall we?
General, what is it?
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Close.
Ты тут еще живой, вы все тут живы, да?
Да. Живо цело. Аркадий, как ночь прошла? Никуда там не попадались, не
А ты что,
наступали?
Light rain falls from an overcast sky as you and the Black Company leave the Greyfell walls behind you. It continues for days.
The dream. Something's different this time.
You? Now that's unexpected.
Так,
What
что
are
я
you
хотел
talking about,
сегодня?
ma'am?
Я
You've
хотел,
come here
хотел,
100 times, yet here you are. And something about you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, can we stop this folly and
Тут не
continue?
получится,
As
кстати,
you
Анна, я думал,
General,
хотел.
where were we? Right. You and I were on to avoid the roaming orcs that you ordered my son, Kieran, to deal. Go ahead, General. Step through.
Я думал, получится, короче, понял, на одной колоде все играть, все битвы. А нихуя!
If you
Мне
don't
сейчас
mind my
нужно
saying,
пересобрать
General,
на
I
глаз.
see why my son admires you. You're a good leader.
Больно все
What makes you
дома.
say that?
Well, you're not afraid to put your own life on the line for the greater good. You could have just stayed back at the outpost, but you didn't, for the sake of my village. That's the hallmark of a great leader.
The Crown doesn't seem to agree with that.
What do you mean?
There's another Nortandian general serving in Imperia at the moment, Karas. Last week, the Crown decided to promote him instead of me to Major General, even though he does nothing but sit on his hands all day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's just a title.
What's this? Keep it up.
All right. Now we just need to follow the road to the gardens. Do you see that?
A dead orc.
What is he doing so close to the village?
According to our scouts,
Ты мне
they
вот,
still
я
no reason to
стримлю.
panic.
Нет,
Their main horde
слушай,
can't have
мне
possibly made it
пришлось,
past the Red
короче,
Bridge yet,
чтобы
and
одну
even if-
битву выиграть с русалкой,
It's gonna be all right.
прокачать.
Now, where's your village?
Талант.
Okay.
Увеличить
Okay,
урон
I'll show
от
you.
следующих
Follow
снов.
me.
Out of the way. Stay close.
От атакующих,
Out
от
of the
черных.
way.
Золото.
Keep it up.
Я до этого качал, что бесы мне, скажи, не докучали. Без этого. Работы, которые бессмысленные.
And here,
Специальности видишь,
didn't I
хотел
tell you
бы, чтобы
already?
они на задании
It's
меньше
your
золота приносили.
cowardice.
И со старта
Yes,
прокачал, что
you-
все
but
предметы.
I understand, Arif. If I were you, I'd be scared too. Now go, will you?
You bolt awake. Save for the chirping of cicadas and the crackling of the brazier in your general's tent, there's silence. With a sigh, you let yourself fall back into your bed, trying to make sense of what just happened. An hour later, just as the blackbirds and swamp pheasants start their song, you get up and take a walk through the quiet camp. The same day, in the early afternoon hours, you the occurrence.
Here we are, the Loranian swamp.
Not the most hospitable of places. Is there a reason dark elves settle in caves?
Because they are easy to defend. I pinpointed the soul vanishing to a small village deeper in the swamp. It's off the map, but we should be close. I suggest we take a look at it while the Black Company set up camp in the south.
And you're sure they aren't just going to take the money and turn tail? We need them armed and ready in case of any nasty surprises.
They'll be ready when we need them. General?
What? Oh, yes.
So I heard. Let's be off.
Lead on.
Over here.
Белый дом мой, я к своему пойду.
Так. Что? У меня деньги
This way.
Или
I
мне
will follow.
показалось?
That way?
Yes.
You got it.
Lead on then.
This
Ты
way.
думаешь, что призрак
Sure.
Давид ворует деньги? Давид ворует деньги? Брэм, опять вы с бочкой? Может, так и останетесь?
Аркадий, у меня кара вообще, мне кажется, на нее.
Sounds
Keep
like
it
a
up.
plan.
знаю.
Yes? Very well. As you say.
Нет.
what's the plan?
Your will shall understood. We will do as you say.
Надо вещь поставить.
Yes.
Lead over here. Sure.
All right. You're sure of this?
I'm listening.
All right,
Consider
here goes
it
nothing.
done.
You don't know who you're up against. Die already.
Да, хочу говоришь. Я просто не понял вообще, что темные эльфы ходят.
Yes?
Я понял, я просто не помню, что вообще темные эльфы были.
Ready?
What is it?
Attack! I need help over here.
Patience!
Все вспомнил.
What do you want?
What now?
Damn it. Healing now.
No, don't die. Sure. Will you? Sounds like a plan. We need you. Sure.
Yes. You die. I don't get paid. What do you require?
Try to keep
All right,
up.
give me a second.
Go ahead.
Where do you need me?
I'm listening. Let me focus!
Make it good.
Damn it.
Here we go.
Healing now. Blazes. What just happened?
Ты типа якобы что-то получишь. Ну, на самом деле ты ни хера не получишь за них.
Ну, лучше собирать продолжение.
Типа да. Мне нравится, короче, механик. За них бы я точно не играл. Гномы вот гномы здесь добавили в этом дополнении. Гномы поприкольнее. Не сразу понятно, что это не сраные орки, где лимита 0.
Ага.
I'm ready.
Keep it up.
Lead on.
Yes?
This is how it ends. So, what's the plan?
Really? Interesting.
You're sure of this?
Mm-hmm.
Get ready!
One lives forever.
Finally.
This is it. Stay close.
All right, it's done for us.
Quick!
What is it?
I'll take a look.
Что-то решил сейчас поиграть по ближникам и с Павлиашвили начинается, потому что, ну... За мага ты что, просто тупо качнул стат интеллекта и вот у тебя уже урон есть. А за ближника нифига. Понятное дело, шмотки нужны, всякая фигня нужна.
А я проходил за этого клирика мастера, мне было заебись.
Кого? Ты о чем?
Ну, я про это скажу, SpellForce. Я играл белым магом с бафами и призывом живот.
А, так.
Мне было нормально, я сам не дрался.
I'm here. Lead on then.
Sounds like a plan. Sure.
Lead on.
Just give the word.
Need something? I shall bid them good night. By your order. Very well. Orders? Yes. Come here. They draw their last breaths. Time to go. By your order. I shall bid them good night. Understood. Very well. So be it.
So be it.
On your order.
Move in, Jess.
Yes?
Dial ready.
Uh-huh.
So it must be.
All right, give me a second.
Yes.
What are your plans?
Done. Make it good.
It must be done. I'm here. Over here. What do you need? Let's be quick! Keep it up. Move him. Attack! Damn it. Healing now. This way. This is it. Over here. Out of the way. What do you want?
Yes.
So it must be. Take them out!
This is how it ends.
I'm here. Oh, my step closer don't go unnoticed.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
What now?
That way? Sure. Sounds like a plan.
I'm listening. Stay close.
All right, here goes nothing. So, what's the plan?
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Make it good.
You got it.
Yes. Attack! Yes, I'm on it.
I'm ready.
They are fools to challenge us. Yes.
Here we go.
Go ahead. Sure. This way.
All right, give me a second.
Make it
Right
good.
here? Give me a second. So.
Короче, не очень мне эти эльфы нравятся, темные.
Yes.
Take them out.
Get ready.
Yes. Yes.
Ай,
Patience. Not yet. Out of the way. Over here.
Yes. Here we go.
It must be done.
This way. Stay tuned.
This ends now.
Ready. Yes.
Focus.
It will be done.
What do you want?
All right, right here. I think so.
That was all of them.
Gone. Probably with that horde she used.
Damn it.
I agree. But at least we now know what there's a group of rogue sleepers stealing people's souls and feeding it into...
That's an awfully small amount of
Is it? Information is the first step to defeating an enemy. We'll cross paths with the masked woman and her...
We still have
no evidence, but hints.
that the masked woman said feed the light before she...
Correct. It might have been some strange metaphor. But what if that's what the sleepers...
If these sleepers were also behind the disappearances to harm...
Very likely.
I'll make sure to ask that masked lady.
Well, then let's head back to Greyfell and tell the Queen about this. And whoever this masked woman is, we'll get her next time. Count on it.
Yes.
Бля, зачем отбирать управление в конце миссии, я не понимаю. Что за бред?
Here.
Портал не активированный. Чем так делать? Просто чушь.
What is it?
I'm here.
Yes? Over here. This way. Keep it up. Out of the way.
What is it?
Really?
Go ahead.
Try to keep up.
Ah, that smell. What is it? What do you need? Stay close. Patience! Let's be Not quick! Yet!
What now? Just give the word.
I'm listening.
I'm
Damn.
ready.
Healing now.
Consider it done. You're sure of this? You die, I don't get paid.
Send them back to the grave. Patience! Not yet! Patience! Not yet!
I need help.
What do you need?
Really?
Damn, out of the way. Healing now.
Sure.
Lead on then.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes?
This way. Keep it up.
Got it.
What do you want?
We've got unfinished
That way?
Yes.
What do you require? Got it.
Sure.
Not yet. All right, here goes nothing.
Patience! Not yet!
Make it good.
Yes. Die already.
Go ahead. What is it? Patience! Not yet!
Uh-huh.
Damn it! Healing now!
What now?
Yes, this is it! Move in! Attack! Damn it! Healing now!
I need help over here.
This is it!
I'm ready.
Всё, блядь.
Over here.
Игра окончена.
As you command.
Interesting.
Вы приехали, игра окончена.
Lead on then.
Yes.
Sure. You got it.
Понятно, все
Ну, даже если он вот он, блядь, бьет первым, ну. Жесть.
Это вообще ты с кем пришел, братство? Ну, это по квесту? Или еще?
Куда квест? Он должен понимать. Какая разница, у самого оборудования.
You cast one last look over your shoulder as you leave the Lorrainian swamp behind you. As though touched by the hand.
Keep it up.
Something about I can take care of that.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. Farewell.
This way. What is it?
Hi, what you looking for?
Почему за 0?
Oh, that'll do. Take a look around, see what you like. Come again.
Для гномов столько улучшений в самом начале, да, помню. Кого же думать нечего.
What do you need?
If it isn't the puny...
I have to be...
Yes, yes.
Yes?
How did you...
Me?
How are...
Recovering. It takes time to procure new
Fair.
Good day, General.
Out of the way.
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. You know how to bargain, don't you?
Странно, этого нету. Торгаша. Выкинуть можно?
This way.
Well then, the Queen will want to report.
А типа победить за 4 хода надо, да?
Да, и только почему-то еще не обговоренные условия, блядь, то, что он еще у меня ударит, оказывается.
I had hoped for a different outcome.
Какого-то хуя.
But you once again made the best out of a hopeless situation.
You mean?
Yes, General.
Мне остается 12
You
хп,
proved yourself worthy.
еще
Ну
один
это,
ход,
короче, как головоломка, да, по-моему?
Да,
Я помню, да, какие-то головоломки я долго пройти не мог, блин, не понимал, что я так, какой ход я делал неверно.
Thank you.
Good. Now back to the task at hand. Furthermore, the soul vanishing Skadar observed is real. And this means that there are 3 questions we need to find answers to. And 3, how do we deal with high...
Your Majesty.
I know. You think those sleep...
It's very likely. Tahar was examining the disappearance of a village when the ambush happened. And, judging by a conversation I had with the mortician, the wounds match the swords of a sleeper.
So it wasn't X-Purity after all.
Probably not.
Well, we shall know for sure once we identify the sleepers and bring them to justice. Another reason to see this through.
Absolutely.
So, you want to make all...
What other choice do we have? But both the matter...
Shouldn't the Royal Army take over?
On the contrary, the wolf...
How so?
Because I want to see these matters dealt with as swiftly as possible. Mobilizing the Royal Army would mean a lot of discussions with the other noble houses, for which we lack the time, and I lack the patience.
Fair enough.
Remember when I told you that I've been following a lead? Turned out we already knew that many religions mentioned the God of Light, albeit under different names.
The tribe indigenous to the Howling Steppe?
Well, unlike other religions, their entire faith revolves around... I think it's worth...
Agreed. General Era...
Understood. Where should we start looking for...
Well, the first step should be to contact Exalted Fathers and...
No.
Excuse me?
Dark Elven governance is... complicated.
Then what do you suggest?
We reach out to a contact of mine, the leader of the Black Company. He knows all the dark corners of the Dark Elven realm, and I'm sure he can dig up some... With your permission, I'll send a message...
You have it. General Aref, you will...
All right.
With the help of someone who is on her way to Greykeep as we speak.
Someone?
You shall... It appears that we have a plan. The quicker we follow up on these matters, good luck. And thank you for all your service. You have done...
Tell me this is a joke, Ambassador. Tell me this is a bloody joke.
I'm afraid not, Commander.
I've served the Crown for 30 years. 30 years!
Caravan safety was your responsibility. And by walking off with that recruit, you were only 2 years from your retirement either way. And the incident will not impact your...
Go to hell!
General, is there anything I can help you with?
What was that?
The Queen demoted him for his failure on the Golden Road. She basically sent him into...
That's appropriate.
I agree. Sauntering about the forest without...
Has our dwarven ally arrived?
Not yet, but we have received word that she passed the gates of Kings 2 days ago. In other words, she will arrive soon. If you'd be willing to wait, I could arrange a conclave right after she arrives.
All right.
Good.
Rara Helst.
Your Majesty, I'll keep it brief. High Hierophant Arrakis has enemies in Windhome too. The Blackstone Rebels, which I lead together with my brother Malik. We are planning a
Wait.
From the uprising against King Rorik 15 years ago.
No, but one of the Circle Mages, Iskrim.
Many good men and women died. We chose this name in their...
So, not all the dwarves...
Of course not. His ideology is a current that threatens to drag under everyone, as they should. Since this talk of Granite Sons is by far the, pardon my language, Your Majesty, most damned idiotic thing I've heard.
And just...
We both have our reasons. Suffice it to say that Arrakis spits on everything we hold dear. And also, we're not leaders.
Very noble.
Wraith Skadar.
I see. Well, Wraith Skadar, I don't claim to be a saint.
If we doubted your intent...
Good to hear.
Interesting.
Yes.
How do you know if we...
We do not. But once again, it is our best option. We've already pushed our luck.
Nobody wants another war. Look, General, I'm doing this because I have to. And I have no intention...
All right.
Well, that's simple. Right now, we are many, but lack the core. If you help us see this through...
You know about...
I was briefed. Yes.
Why would you risk the life?
Dust and stones. You're looking for the fault in... Secondly, if this God of Light is half as gruesome and dangerous as the rumors about that fight in the Hall of Justice...
Do you think King Rorik's son is fit to lead Windwall? To my knowledge.
Right. Not to mention the fact that he murdered...
That's true. But the prince is still a blank. It doesn't look like he takes after his father. And with the right guidance, we should be...
How do you plan on getting us into Wind...
Way better.
Letter of passage.
One of EO's most renowned architects. I, whom we've taken hostage.
What's that?
You don't know? Arrakis has ordered the construction of a giant...
Huh. So that's the symbol that dwarf in the wall.
Arrakis wants an Empyrean arc.
No, he sees it too. Which is why the letter also contains strict orders.
That's convenient.
A statue made...
Arrakis and...
You kidnapped...
Aye, but don't worry. We simply took him somewhere where he won't mess up our plan. He's well...
An unrelated question, but did you notice...
Yes.
I see. Well, no, nothing yet. Frankly, at this point,
But I'm not Svarek Yor. How does this...
Says who? You spent years in Imperia, and you even have a slight accent. You take the letter...
Excellent. General, make all the...
Understood.
General, is there anything I can help you with?
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
Stay close. Yes. What do we have here?
General, what is it?
How would you like to...
A drink? Why? Do you need to discuss something?
No, I'd just like to...
Oh? Well, so, yeah, sure. Let's go. No.
No, that's what he said.
Ellen's reigns. Hard to believe that. You know, as a child, I always wanted to cross this...
What stopped you?
Money, mostly. And now, responsibility. I'm a circle mage. I don't feel like one, and...
So you...
Kalea, maybe? What I've always loved about the idea of traveling to a new country is that it would have been a fresh start.
I hear...
Anyway, we digress.
Now that you mention it, I've been wondering.
Good question. Do you know the saying, if everybody would take care of it, then during the Purity Wars?
Why?
Because it completely ignores that there are positions of power. If you'd come across, you'd do it because she probably couldn't help herself. But you could. It's easy to ignore that if you've never needed help from someone else. Or in my case, if you've hit, because especially then you think, I didn't get any help, so why should others? But that's a fallacy. Just because you had it hard doesn't mean everybody else should.
What makes you think that you're doing a bad...
Oh, I don't know. Whenever I have to wear them for a conclave, I feel like a peacock. And don't get me started on the bodices. How some women wear these things... Then again, out of all the circle mages.
For what it's worth. But you aren't planning on giving up.
No, of course not. But yeah, you're acting under orders. But I still can't help but feel that this mission is personal to you.
Well, somebody has to do something about...
Anyway, I had a great time, but we've been... I mean, we don't want there to be any gossip, do we?
I wouldn't mind.
See you around, General. I'm glad you joined us.
General.
See you later.
See ya.
Go ahead. Out of the way.
Подожди.
Keep it up. Interesting. What do we have here? What's
General, what is it?
I wanted to check...
After we met Tahar's murderer? If anything, I'm glad that the murderer has a face now. Or a mask, in this case. I can't change that Tahar's gone.
Are you sure?
Ellen's reigns, yes. Now, can we please, after, if anything...
Well...
Thanks. Now, where were we?
I wanted...
After we met, if anything...
They have a lot to...
That's what I liked. Now, where were we?
I'll see you...
Yep.
This way. Interesting.
General. My accent? Oh, I lost it ages ago. When I moved to that remote village.
What's your take on our...
Why? Sorry, but I don't like...
I'd like to look...
Such as?
You said that you can...
Hard to describe. Just imagine... it's similar with the tapestry of...
So, what you're saying is
plural, but yes. To stay within the metaphor, when the van... I know that may sound a bit vague, but it's hard to explain.
What is my...
Strong. Bright. White, somehow.
You mentioned that...
That is correct.
How come I had...
Probably because the other realities do. But how does this... If they extensively researched...
What do we know about the
Not much, I'm afraid.
If the god of light...
In theory, yes. We talked about this. But the Hibernians spent a lot of time trying to transport living beings. However, it's ironic if you think about it, isn't it? There's an infinite number of work.
Let me ask you something else. Could you tell...
What is it with all the questions, General Erev?
I'm just kidding.
Well, ask.
What was your...
Intelligent.
What?
Right. You wouldn't know. Then they are sent into the communes, Giant buildings where these are their brothers and sisters, whereas the Exalted Father and...
The Exalted Father becomes...
Symbolic, but deeply imprinted into their...
Your son...
No. We lived in a village near the border where laws weren't that strict.
Figures. They wipe their memory? In other words...
No. And reaching out to your child while it's still in the communes is a punishable crime.
В смысле?
You'd also
Блядь.
be...
To what end, though?
Он должен был сейчас сходить, точнее, я должен был
and to
сходить,
determine
блядь,
which
ему
caste the
нанести
child is
урон.
most suitable for.
О, хуя, блядь.
So they're raised...
By the overseers, yes. Though they don't intervene too much, apart from training and...
Throw them into a pit and see who comes.
Well said.
And the parents...
Well, they don't bake cakes and throw confetti to mark the occasion, but yes, they... And, albeit at a cost, they work. The
Strength?
Yes. The entirety of which constitutes the realm. Depends. Most of them just end up in it.
Interest.
Correct.
What caste?
6. Strength, intelligence, speech, army, city guard, and so on. Pretty much every job that requires
Figures. What are members of...
preach. They devote their life to both Nor...
Endure.
Yes. The workers, farmers, and craftsmen. They do the simplest... Politics, mostly. Or bureaucracy.
What is the soul?
The leadership. The Exalted Father is a member of the Soul. In other words, unless your parents are members of the Soul, chances are next to naught that you'll be raised into it.
What's the
To gather knowledge and explore magic, yes. Did you ever... Certainly, spending most of your life in dank laboratories may not be as glamorous as fighting for...
I can imagine.
And the nature of reality, yes. I have to say, if there is one thing I miss about the time before my exilement, it would...
What made you leave?
Long story. I don't...
How is dark...
It's just Dark Elves value the collective over the individual. Good question. I used to be an avid advocate of dark slavery, sacrifice, demonic incantations. Calabroc's system may be brutal, but it works. Better than most societies, for that matter.
But...
Society always means compromise. I don't think the Exalted Father rejoices. The only reason it seems evil to you is because you come from a different culture that values...
Is there anything...
I can't say. Ever since I...
How do you...
I don't know. But there's no point dwelling on the past.
Let me ask you something else. Well...
Sure. No. I'm sorry, but I don't see how... I am here because the God of Light is a threat to us all, and I want to see the matter dealt with as swiftly as possible.
Don't you feel easier?
Of course I do. However, I'm not here to feel easy, but to stop the God of Light from devouring this world.
Well, if you ever feel any...
I don't think that will happen. If it's conversation you want, why don't we talk about... Judging by those nightmares you have, and according to the rumors, you're...
Wait.
Well, I'm a light sleeper myself. And it doesn't take a dreamweaver to connect those shouts that came from your...
If by my past you're talking about that incident in Imperia...
Oh, that's fine. I only care about the result. You made a tragic...
I guess.
I merely want your opinion on a question I haven't found an answer to. Say a person makes a terrible mistake. How can that person be sure he or she won't do it again if confronted with an identical...
You can never be sure.
I think so. Frankly, I think most people are too quick to forgive themselves for their mistakes. It's almost as if they believe that their apologies and regret... I know it sounds dramatic, but if an innocent ever suffers under your actions, it leaves us... Which is good, if you ask me. Some sins don't deserve...
So, what exactly are you saying?
I don't know what you did, so I can't say. I guess what it boils down to is that and be particularly aware of their actions and decisions.
You don't believe in...
Second chance, as in a chance to wash away your guilt. All that being said, I do approve of the Queen's decision to make you... It's better to have someone who knows their demons lead us than someone who doesn't. Now let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? General.
Did you hear back from the Black Company's leader yet?
Not yet, but that doesn't surprise me. The man likes to take his time. I suggest we deal with the other...
I'll be going.
Sure.
What's this?
Все мы бабла, блядь, позаработаем. Ты тут, Сёмыч? А, Сёмыч? А Сёмычу, походу, колено надо будет сломать.
Почему? Ты им позвонил?
А чё он, блядь, замутил?
Да он давно замутился, блядь, я тебя поэтому спрашивал, где он. Чтоб ты разобрался с ним по Берику.
Ну, там позвонили, но... Что-то я уже понял, кто ему позвонил, что он так долго пиздит.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. Farewell.
Stay close.
What's this? Nothing new today.
Не знаю, что-то я хочу в что-то поиграть, но не в SpellForce, слишком он душит. Надо чередовать как-то все равно. Хочется геймплеем, а тут геймплея маловато все равно. Здесь больше, блядь, душки, болтовни. Даже не знаю, в что поиграть. Что у меня там по списку-то есть?
Ультракилл поиграй.
Что за ультракилл? Что ты несешь вообще?
Посмотри, что за ультракилл. Охуительная игрушка.
Ультракилл игра.
Особенно на максимальной сложности.
Ой, бля, не хочу я.
Шутан?
Ты играл что в нее?
Да.
Не хочу. Шутаны.
Хороший шутан. Не знаю, блин. Это 2D-шная игрушка есть по типу Dark Souls. Не помню название. Не сказал.
Какая 2D-шная? В темноте я что, сверху вид? Рогалик, блядь.
Сбоку. Сейчас у меня где-то было.
Не знаю, в принципе, пенсии, наверное, поиграю, пойду. Скачаю сейчас, ой, то есть куплю его в 2023 году.
На зеленом стиме, блядь.
Да, на Грин стиме, Грин Лума. Чё ты мне скидываешь? Да я не буду в него играть, я 3 раза в него играл.
Да?
Да. Мне не понравилось.
Почему?
Душное, потому что. Потому что ты будешь там бегать, исследовать, и у тебя не будет прокачки там никакой. То есть ты бежишь, полуровня, там 20 экранов, мобы душные, ты их вычистил, и уровень не заканчивается, и новых бутылочек нету. И, короче, блядь, игра тебя не вознаграждает ничем, по сути. Лучше в Immortal еще раз пройти, чем это. И вообще в Immortal поиграй потом. Ты, кстати, что сейчас у тебя? Тестирование идет компа или что?
Да уже нет, уже просто вот.
Ты уже забрал этот обратно?
Влад на работе все, мы никак не можем прийти забрать. Надо забрать его видюху, термопасту у него, поставить мне эту видюху обратно, поставить семеновский процессор. И все, и тестить последний вариант на нем. Если уже при этом раскладе будет лагать, ну, значит БПшник не вывозит. Больше я не знаю, что еще может быть.
Два трона, 2005 год.
И, кстати, вот 2 трона не играл. Я играл в первый, где надо добивать.
Да, ты в первый, второй играл, по-любому. А еще есть Forgotten Sands.
Нет, я во второй не играл, я играл в
2010.
первый. Я играл в первый, 2 трона, где он обращается. И в 4-й, где вообще, походу, вроде как не он.
ГОК лицензия. Погнали. О, вот это раньше игры были. Крутые, на 1 000 000 часов. И всего весили, блядь. 1 гигабайт на диске помещались, на DVD, блядь. DVD-диски, блядь. И божественные игры были. Так, пусть исчезнет грусть.
Пока есть возможность играть в дурачка, будем играть в дурачка. Денежка не валяется на дороге.
А там бесы ж тебе дебафы, да, дают, по-моему?
Бесы могут любую карту в своей колоде сделать козырным.
Не, вообще бесы, если ты их не отсылаешь, дебаф, по-моему, да, давали?
Да. Я прокачал 2 бессмысленные работы. И прокачал, что, скажем, неудачу у бесов может быть больше. Задания могут не выполнить. Так понял, 2 варианта прокачки. Если ты специально на злую концовку идешь, специально на добрую.
Так. Загрел.
Ну тут порой, блядь, непонятно. То есть ты можешь как бы сделать вроде злое дело, например, того же водяного что-то спиздить. Ты по факту уже воруешь, это злое дело. Но если ты воруешь водяного, не засчитывает.